Hello, beautiful people. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I pray that your Thanksgiving weekend was fantastic. Happy December 1st. Well, here we are, another week in of my 5,700 decrease. Had a pretty good week, a total of 162 items this week. So primarily those items were giveaway. I had 144 items I gave away, and a good number of them were Christmas items. I still have a little bit more Christmas decorating to do, so you might see on my next week's decrease a few more Christmas items, but 82 Christmas ornaments. Now I typically put up 4 full-size Christmas trees. This year we are decreasing to 3 full-size Christmas trees. So some of those ornaments are going because I won't be doing 3 full trees, but most of them are ones that I just kept shuffling past. I didn't put up year after year. I had some beautiful vintage ornaments. They weren't my parents' ornaments, but they were ornaments like I had when my parents put up when I was a kid. I found them at thrift shops and whatnot over the years. And I said, Brad and I discussed, do we keep these? Do we don't keep these? And he said, do they mean anything to you, Kathleen? I said, well, not these specific ornaments. So they have gone. I hope somebody who comes to that thrift shop is tickled to death to, find these vintage ornaments, and I hope they will really, really enjoy them. I got sent off some holiday craft items, some things that I know I won't be making. There are some things that I did keep this year. I won't be doing some holiday crafts that I probably would have asked my mom to do with me. I'm not quite wanting to get rid of those things, but I don't have it in my spirit to do them this year. So, but I did get rid of some holiday crafts. Candles. I had a bunch of nubs that some went pitched. I had some longer, they were slightly used. I sent those to thrift shops, and I had some in between that Brad's like, well, I could use those. I'm making something. I think he's making fire starters, but I don't think he actually ever finished his sentence on what he's making. So some of those went his way. So I'm going to count those. Well, I should count those in the used up because I didn't put them in the trash, or I might have more than 162. I knew there was something in the used up category, and I have on my chart here, used up with a big question mark to it. Now I remember what the used up was because I'm going to count them. They're out of my area and into Brad's. Maybe I shouldn't. I think I'll leave my number at 162, and hopefully, he uses them up and they can be an actually gone item. But anyhow, I digress. I got rid of some serving utensils as I was getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. I have a lot of serving utensils, and some of them are duplicates, so I got rid of some of those. I did end up passing on 10 cloth napkins, 10 placemats that I don't use anymore, some doilies. These were doilies that, again, that I've bought at thrift shops, and I thought they were beautiful, but I'm happy to pass them on. They aren't any family heirloom kind of items, so they went ahead and went. I mentioned, some candles went in the trash can, some crafts went in the trash can, some ornaments went in the trash can. I'm continuing to go through my pen drawer. If it doesn't write nice when I'm writing, off it goes. So 3 more pens went. Who knows what I'm going to get done with that list. But anyhow, that's what I worked on this week, getting rid of some things. A lot moved on to hopefully other people that will be happy to have them, as I was when I initially had purchased them or received them or what have you. But and then there were about 18 things that went in the trash can. I know you've been wondering all week, what did she do with the what do you call it? Oh, as I looked up, so you probably see, what's that thing behind Kathleen? That's my light switch. The piece of black tape that's across the light switch, that's so nobody turns off the power that goes out to the dog fence. We have a boundary fence to keep our puppies in. We have about 4 acres to contain our dogs in 4 acres, and that sends out to the power. So that kind of looks funny back there. But anyhow, I seem to be digressing a bit today. I hope you still don't mind having a conversation with me. Anyhow, so last week I said I had this, as you can see, yes, I did. I have this face lotion that I keep, dipping in and trying to use the last little bit. I did go ahead and, use the serrated knife, and I opened it up and I got about a tablespoon more worth of face lotion out of that. So I did do that. I also had lipstick last week that I told you, am I going to be frugal and keep, or am I going to just throw these 2 items away? I dug out the lipstick. There wasn't quite as much of that. And I'm again hoping my cure for wasting that lipstick was I put it on the new tube of lipstick, and I tried smushing it on there. Tomorrow I might, get, a whole wad worth of lipstick all over my lips, and I'll just throw it away. But I'm going to try and see if I can't salvage. Oh, I don't put a lot of lipstick on, so it could be another, I bet there's probably at least 3 or 4 weeks worth of lipstick that I tried putting onto that other tube. So again, the makeup world is not making a lot of money off of me. But something I thought about when I was doing this, how many of you subscribed in the 80s and 90s? I don't remember when the magazine, or we call it a newsletter, stopped coming in the mail. It was called the Tightwad Gazette, and there was this lady that talked about all different ways of being frugal. And as I was pulling this out, I thought, now she would have measured that and been able to give a good report that she got a tablespoon worth of face cream out of that. And that's what I'm guessing. I got about a tablespoon of face cream out of it. She would have measured that and given us a nice account of how much she got and what the cents, how many pennies on the dollar that was worth and whatnot. I didn't do all that math for you, but again, I enjoyed getting that newsletter. If you never got that newsletter, again, I'm not associated with them. I'm just sharing something, from my past. She did put out a few books, so they might be available in your library. The Tightwad Gazette. Amy Decision is her name. The spelling of her last name, it doesn't look like decision, like the word, like you're making a decision. It's spelled, I think there's a DZ, but I don't remember how to spell her name, but it's not Decision. So something else, while we're talking about money, here's all of this is free for whatever you want out of it. Brad and I were going over our budget. We try and do that together once a month, and we go through our credit card statements. And something we have discovered, in this last year and probably previous, that sometimes there's charges on there that we don't recognize. So Brad will call up and find out what that charge is. Sometimes they're just not a charge we should have, and that gets taken off. But today we had 2 charges on our credit card bill for $9.99, and I'm like, the company that it was associated with, I said, I don't have anything with them. Well, here I do. I have a storage subscription. I don't know what else to call that. That's costing me $9.99 a month. And so I didn't realize that just started. I don't know how it started. Maybe I went over, a storage amount, so they just give you the next amount. I don't know. So I'm going to spend next week, before that subscription comes up again, making some decisions on deleting things so that I'm not paying a high storage subscription. Can I put those things on a zip drive and just have a permanent storage or what have you? I'm going to investigate that this week. But do you check your bills? Is everything coming in on your bills really something that, is your charge? And if you're not, I'd really like to encourage you to look those things over. There could be a reoccurring charge that, you didn't realize you had that subscription or what have you. So maybe that's something you can look at this month and maybe save yourself a few dollars. Maybe you're duplicating, subscriptions. This is a good time of year to evaluate so that you can set yourself up for 2025 to be, a little bit more on top of what's going on your finances. We also The sermon today was about being intentional givers, and that's something Brad and I had a great conversation about today about intentional giving. I'm looking forward to how we intentionally plan to give in 2025. It really is a joyful thing to give to others, and so I'm looking forward to that. So if you haven't thought about how you might like to give to others, in this next year, maybe this month of December, give you a chance to start thinking about that, having conversations, and making some decisions about what you would like to do in the area of generosity in 2025. All right. Wow. I think I need to two things. I'm going to try slowing down talking. I think maybe I talk kind of fast. The other thing, my daughter and I, we were going to try and figure out how to make like I called it a cover sheet for my YouTube page, and we didn't get to that this weekend. Oh, we had so much fun. We did our cookie baking and we made some candy, and we just had a really nice holiday weekend with family. But I had wanted to try and figure that out. So maybe I'll put that on the task list too. It's going to come after me figuring out how to get rid of that $9.99 storage fee. Anyhow, I pray blessings upon you and all of your families as well. Have a great day.